Touchback.
Here we go.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Well, Jumbo.
Carr going to throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
No surprise watching Marshawn Lynch scatter bodies as he runs, but I remember doing games of his at Cal. And I remember the moves, the jump cuts, the elusiveness, as well as the strength.
6:37. 7:34.
On second down, here's Carr. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5.
Down. 185. 694. Hey, 734.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, Carr. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. A big play that time for the Raiders. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marquell Lee coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Kelly. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
After the INT, it's McCarron. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And on the return, here comes Adam Jones. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Detroit! Detroit! No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
And they'll run it here. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on second. Here's Kelly. Looking long for Thomas. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 46 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs them up for another 2nd and goal.
Here we go now! Green 39! Green 39!
Kelly to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
On
1st and 10, here's Carr. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10.
Get set. You ready? Express. Hey. Low, low, low. Low, low, low.
Carr now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
Go, go. Get set, get set. Hey, 734.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Get down. 185. 734. 734.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Looking deep downfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Back deep, Adam Jones. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Detroit! Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Kelly. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. For Cortland Sutton, a special moment. Touchdown number 1 in his NFL career as they have taken the lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt, that one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 right at the 30. Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. He'll buy some time right. Lets it go for Nelson. And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there. Carr to Nelson, 43 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Carr. Going for it all. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments or the backup.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Forced out to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
6-18. Hey, 7-34.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. That ball's going to be caught by Clark for a Raider touchdown. In for the score. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. On first down, it's Kelly. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Vanderdoes continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Kelly to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the gun, it's Kelly. Under pressure now, and they get to Kelly. Bruce Irvin with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Broncos send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is Harris. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. And now Oakland ready to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
694!
Carr now on first down. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now Carr being chased out left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. On third down, they go Lynch. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Now Jones. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, Kelly finding some room at midfield. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. Kelly stripped. The ball is free, and the Raiders have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll try to get something going for Marshawn Lynch. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Now, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Derek Wolfe in there to sack him for a loss of 6. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
7:34. Hey. 24. Low.
Carr now to throw. And he finds Cook. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Raiders. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Jones. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Detroit! Detroit!
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas.
To throw on second down. Kelly. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Hey, 4 down.
Now Kelly throwing on third and long. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at the 20. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15.
29. 6:37.
Carr going to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Bryant. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Go Chief. Purdue. 7:34. 29. 29.
On first down, Carr. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
29. 6:18. 7:34.
Now Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Raider one.
Shotgun now for Carr. It's caught. Nelson. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal.
29. 734. Go cheap. 618.
From the gun, it's Carr. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. To throw, Kelly. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Now let's go!
Looking to throw on second. Here's Kelly. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. He's got him in. Complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
You're mine. Now, 280.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time He was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Raiders on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
7:34, 8:08.
Operating from the gun. Carr buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Here we go. Deuce right, Chief. 7:34.
Welcome back now to Denver. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Monday, down. 180. Go Chief.
From the gun, Carr. And that's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
694. Down. 185.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. Cooper was the target there. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
To throw is Kelly. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. From the gun, Kelly. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. First down, the run with Lynch. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. They run again on first down, Lynch. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now a first down throw. Kelly finds Jake Butt over the middle. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have broken the tie. And it's up and good. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Letting one fly deep for Cooper. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
White Monday. 7:34.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he's got Rome. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. A big play there. Carr to Nelson. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hey, 7:34.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, Lee Smith, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now Carr, and he's got his tight end, Cook, in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On first down, it's Kelly. And he whips one in there complete. That's Demaryius Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Kelly to throw. His throw incomplete. Tried to get that one to Jake Butt, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
12 Dumbo. 618.
To throw on 2nd down. Carr. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
34. Raider 1. 29.
Here's the fullback now. It's Keith Smith. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Hey, 734.
Back to throw, Carr. And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have moved out in front.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
So the Broncos coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Now let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. Good bounce-back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realizes there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Raiders, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll drop to 0-2.